In a surprising development, Donald Trump has announced a temporary halt to the planned United States military strike on Iran. You heard that right. Welcome to TimesXP's War Reports with me, Dhriti Yatri. This decision comes after what he described as very good and productive discussion between the United States and Iran over the past 2 days. Well, at a time when tensions were rapidly escalating, this particular move, it has introduced a brief but significant pause in this conflict. According to the president, the talks were focused on achieving a complete and total resolution of hostilities in the Middle East. While such a goal, it is ambitious. The fact that both the sides are engaging in direct or indirect discussion, it suggests that diplomatic channels are still open. These conversations are expected to continue throughout the week, indicating that this pause is part of a larger negotiation process rather than a final agreement for now. But as part of this development, Trump has instructed the US authorities to postpone any military strike targeting Iranian power plants and their infrastructure for a period of 5 days. This is a very important detail, as such targets are not just strategic but also essential for civilian life and economic stability. Attacks on these facilities, it could be led to widespread blackout, disruption of services, and a sharp escalation in the conflict. However, the pause is conditional. Its continuation depends on the progress and the tone of the ongoing discussion. If the talks remain constructive, then there is a possibility that the halt could be extended further. But on the other hand, if negotiations break down, military actions could resume quickly, and this marks the current situation highly fragile, with diplomacy and conflict both remaining real possibilities. Now the timing, that's the main part here. The timing of this discussion and decision is particularly important. In recent days, the region has seen increasing military activities, strong rhetoric, and rising concern, and that too about a broader war. By pausing the strike, the US may be, just maybe, attempting to create space for dialogue and reduce immediate tension. And yes, at the very same time, it retains the option to escalate if necessary, maintaining pressure during negotiations. If we see globally, then this particular move, it is being closely watched. Energy markets, which are sensitive to developments in the Middle East, it may respond to signs of de-escalation. Even if temporary, government and analysts are assessing whether this could lead to a more stable situation or if it is simply a short break in an ongoing cycle of escalation. Well, good news for the countries that depend on stability in the region, including those reliant on import. This pause offers a moment of relief, right? However, uncertainty remains high as the outcome of the talks is not yet clear. Much will depend on whether both the sides can move for temporary measures to more lasting agreements or not. Well, at this stage, the whole situation can best be described as pause rather than a resolution. Military options are still on the table, and the broader conflict dynamics, they have not fundamentally changed. Well, what has changed, at least for now, is the opportunity for dialogue. Ladies and gentlemen, the coming days will be very important in determining whether this pause leads to a progress or simply delays the next phase of escalation.